Pennsylvania voters have some very important decisions to make on Tuesday, primary election day. Everything from the statewide appellate courts to local governments and school boards. But there are also 4 ballot questions that are going to be on the ballot where Republicans, Democrats, and independents who normally can't vote in primaries will be permitted to vote. There are 2 that are especially important. 2 constitutional amendments to rein in the power of the Pennsylvania governor in times of emergency. Now, the Attorney General of Pennsylvania is required to provide plain language for voters to understand these constitutional amendments. And here's what our friend Josh Shapiro was able to come up with. Ballot question number 1. Shall the Pennsylvania Constitution be amended to change existing law and increase the power of the General Assembly to unilaterally terminate or extend a disaster emergency declaration and the powers of the Commonwealth agencies to address the disaster, regardless of its severity, pursuant to that declaration, through passing a concurrent resolution by simple majority, thereby removing the existing check and balance of presenting a resolution to the governor for approval or disapproval. This is what Josh Shapiro thinks is plain language. The fact of the matter is, this gibberish is deliberate. It's an attempt to confuse voters, but the message is simple. If you want to rein in the power of any governor and prevent them from doing what Tom Wolf did last year with his arbitrary and capricious orders, lockdowns, shutdowns, schools kept closed, which then became punitive and manipulative, vote yes. Very simple. Get through the gibberish and explain that it simply means that the General Assembly, the elected representatives of the people, have the right to step in when a governor oversteps his or her bounds. That's good public policy. So I won't read through question number 2, but again, more malarkey from Josh Shapiro and company at the Attorney General's office, again, specifically designed to obfuscate what's really going on. But this would limit the duration of emergency declarations in Pennsylvania unless otherwise changed by the legislature. Now, that's not all that uncommon elsewhere in America. There are several states where the emergency declaration powers of a governor are limited by time. That's what this one does. Again, a solid vote yes. Please get your friends, your neighbors, your colleagues, folks from church, folks from school, wherever, to go to the polls. The primary election in this cycle is ordinarily a very low turnout event. So we are praying that lots and lots of folks will go to the polls because it's clear that if the people let their voice be heard, both of these ballot questions, constitutional amendments will pass. If you'd like to learn more, go to protectpa.org, protectpa.org to find out more. But again, Tuesday, May 18th, vote yes and yes on the 2 constitutional amendments.